I have some really fun crafty things to share with you this week, so I thought we would start with a knitting update. It's been a while, and this sweater that I've been working on is just flying off my needles. I'm pretty sure this is the fastest thing I've ever knitted. I don't remember exactly when the last time was that I showed you, but I believe I was just able to put it on back then. And now I am over halfway done with the first sleeve. The body is completely ready. So after this, it's just one more sleeve and the neck edge band thing, and it'll be done, which is great because hopefully I will still get some wear out of this year. That would be lovely after all the work I put in to actually be able to wear it. And spring is coming on fast, so I need to be quick. This is such a quick and easy knit because first off, it uses giant needles. These are 5mm ones, but also the pattern just repeats over and over and over. So I rarely ever need to look at the pattern, only when there's, you know, shaping going on, which isn't a lot, like around the shoulders and everything, and then everything else is just keep going forever. I'm having so much fun with this, and it's really easy for me to pick up because I don't need to focus on it that much since it's so repetitive, I guess. I can do it while I'm watching baby. I share progress pictures for this one on Instagram, and I've gotten so many messages from people saying they would love to pick up knitting or try cable knitting, but they are intimidated and it looks overwhelming, or they've only ever done crochet. And I happen to have just the thing for you. This video is very kindly sponsored by Craftsy, and I have a wonderful deal with them. Craftsy is an online community of makers that focuses on teaching creative skills. So there are over 2,000 classes on all kinds of creative topics taught by award-winning experts to allow you to learn new skills, discover new hobbies, improve any skills or hobbies that you already have. They have classes for all skill levels across more than 20 categories, including knitting and crochet, also sewing, baking. They have drawing and painting, quilting, cake decorating, and so many more. As a member of Craftsy, you get access to thousands of inspiring creative classes and exciting projects and patterns to practice your new skills with. I am actually in the middle of taking a class on color work. This is something that I am completely unfamiliar with at the moment. I would love to learn. I feel like that's kind of the next step in my knitting journey now that I've mastered texture and cables. Now that I've learned cables and texture, I feel like color work is my next step. So the class I'm taking is called The Basics of Stranded Knitting. Wait, let me check. I have it here. Introduction to Stranded Knitting, and it goes over pretty much everything you need to know about color work. I also already know what the next class will be that I take after I finish this one, because I found one that teaches kind of the basics of sock knitting, which is also something that I would really like to learn this year. And then there's also a class about knitting lace textures that I'm really interested in taking as well. So I feel like that's another more advanced technique that I don't know anything about yet. So I'll definitely be hanging around Craftsy a little while longer. And as I mentioned, so can you. Craftsy have a wonderful deal going on for new members. You can click the link in my description box to sign on, and the first 1,000 people to do that will get a full year of the Craftsy Premium membership for only $1.49, which is a wonderful deal, so be quick, jump on that, and expand your skills. It's never too late to learn. In fact, I feel like the older I get, the more fun it is to learn new things, just because you don't do it as often anymore. A year ago, I was still only knitting square scarves in stockinette stitch, and look at me now. Isn't that incredible? I have some things. Some sewing supplies. And honestly, just craft supplies in general. When we lived in Amsterdam, I always used to buy all of my notions, my buttons, ribbons, anything, sewing stuff from this one specific Haberdashery. A while ago, they went bankrupt. So I've been ordering everything online, which is just the worst because you have to guess at the colors and the sizes of things. You have to pay for shipping. I like to feel things before I buy them, especially when I need to craft with them. Last week, Robert happened across the place that actually ended up buying all of their inventory, all of this Haberdashery's inventory, and are now selling it at insane discounts, of course. So I went over there and I did some damage. There was a lot of good stuff, and it was so cheap. Oh my gosh, and I used to buy all of this from the original store that it's from. The only downside is that they only sell things in bulk, like you have to buy the whole thing. So whole thing of buttons, whole roll of ribbon. But that's okay, I'm just gonna share it with everyone. Everyone I know. So I wanted to share a little haul with you, show you what I got, and then I'm gonna have to try and somehow put all this away somewhere in my sewing studio. Let's start with the ribbons. I got some beautiful velvet ribbon. I have been wanting to get my hands on some for a while. This was the opportunity. So I have nice brown, really thin ribbon. I have some brown, slightly thicker velvet ribbon. And then I have some really thick brown ribbon. And this is great stuff. You can use this for belts, straps, ribbons for your hair, just decorative ribbons, make bows out of it. It's beautiful. Then I have some thin green ribbon, and this is all tangled, but that's okay. So I have a thin green one, then I have a slightly thicker, different shade of green, and then I have an even thicker, another even different shade of green. So the greens. I did go for my standard colors here, of course. This is stuff that I need to know I will use at some point, so I went for the colors that I usually gravitate towards, which includes pink, of course. So I also have a roll of beautiful pink velvet ribbon. That is so pretty. Then I got some lace in bolts. I can't believe this. This stuff is expensive, but yeah, bolts of lace. I have this beautiful black. Get a little bit of a better look at it. It's elastic. Then I got this kind of antique pink. Let me unwind a little bit of this. Oh, this is so beautiful. I feel like this will be perfect to make some historical dresses with, which I am itching to do again, by the way, and I really hope I might just start a project and just work at it really slowly soon, just because I'm so excited to sew something again. So I feel like this would be great for something maybe Edwardian. And then lastly, this came in 2 bolts, a really pretty white lace. Yeah, also stretchy. So 2 bolts of that. I have enough lace to last me the rest of my life. Then I got zippers, a bunch of them. Again, I just picked out the colors that I feel I am most likely to use. So I have some greens, some browns, beige, there's one lilac one, I have a light blue, and this is just a mix of blind zippers, just contrasting zippers. This one's blue and gold. Yeah, long ones, shorter ones, just a bunch of zippers. I bought a whole thing of brown thread. Because this is a color that I go through quite quickly. And these are really nice colors, so brown thread. And then the buttons. I went with my friend and this is where we really let loose. I'm gonna share everything with her, of course, because this is too much for one person. But we have small wooden buttons. We have slightly bigger wooden buttons. These are adorable. We have these beautiful golden buttons. And we felt like these were very Cézanne and would work great with knitwear. So those are for that, specifically cardigans and things like that. I got these for myself, some more kind of rustic, slightly aged looking, just basic round buttons. I feel like I could get so much use out of these. Then we got the same style, different color, small gold round buttons with a slight texture on top. Those are really pretty. These are mostly for my friend because this is a color I don't use much, but these navy, beautiful, again, round buttons. Gorgeous. I got some of these. I feel like I can use these for either my own son or my friends' children when I'm knitting for kids. They're really cute, kind of baby blue buttons. And I thought this was really cute as well and kind of easy to use in projects. And then I got a baggie, a bag of miscellaneous gold buttons. It looks really pretty. Just a nice variation of different kinds of gold buttons. So that is everything I got, and now I need to store this somewhere. I have this entire kind of sewing / art studio, so it shouldn't be a problem. So let's move over to my Notion dresser and see where we can put this. Okay, this is where I currently keep my buttons and zippers and all things like that. This little thing is where I keep all of my buttons and zippers. I think that I kind of made this a closure thing. So what I might do is actually fill this with just zippers. Take out all of the buttons that are in here. There's also a bunch of safety pins for some reason. Why do I have so many green zippers? I didn't know I had this many green zippers. Maybe I should stop buying green zippers. I just bought a bunch. A box full of zippers. That can go back in here. Oh, this is where the safety pins go. More buttons. Okay, I see I have some threads back there, so I might just pop all of the large brown ones back in there as well. This is ribbons, closures, miscellaneous stuff. Do I try and fit them in here? They won't fit in here. It's too much. I'm gonna need a big drawer. Because if we take a look inside here, this drawer is not living up to its full potential. This is my miscellaneous drawer. I have some cardboard, some stencils that I used to make things out of fabric. This goes with my embroidery machine. A bunch of cable ties to act as boning, actual boning. And I feel like most of this should probably stay, but this also contains my huge stack of vintage knitting magazines. My grandma gave me these, ranging from the 80s to the 2000s, I think. Czech and Slovak knitting magazines. Oh, some German ones. I need to take some time and look through these ones. Oh, look at that one. So if I put these somewhere else, that'll free up a lot of space. And if I'm right, then here I have some sewing magazines. They go onto the stack, and now I have a lot more room in here. Quilting magazine, let me just put that on that stack as well. So let me just see how much I can fit in there. It would be lovely if I could just... Oh yeah, those fit. That is wonderful. These here, I have a feeling I'm going to use these a lot, those wooden buttons. Now these are a little bit taller, so they might be just... Oh no! Okay. That's all the buttons. No, not all of them. Forgot about my own button collection. The lighter I use to seal ribbons. Fabric button maker. This bag of gold buttons. I would love to get these huge rolls of ribbon in here as well, and I think that should fit. Will this tall one fit? Yeah, this is just a very miscellaneous drawer, and I'm not really making it better, am I? Even just organization-wise. I need to... Maybe this doesn't go with my embroidery machine. I actually think this goes with my sewing machine. That's why it's in here. I have all of my embroidery stuff out in my fabric storage room. This needs to go in with my fabric stash somewhere. More ribbon. You know what? It doesn't need to be super organized. It's the inside of a drawer. It fits. Good enough. All that's left now are the things of lace. And I think I'm actually going to pop those in my fabric storage room because these are really big. As quickly as the Minto sweater is whipping up, it's gonna have to go on the back burner for a little bit because someone's first birthday is fast approaching. Can you believe it's been a year? I certainly cannot. My baby is about to become a child and no longer be a baby, which is just absolutely insane. That means I need to get started on his presents. And I have one specific one in mind that the supplies just arrived for. I came across this when I was looking for a pattern to make his Christmas present. I made a dragon rattle for him at Christmas. And when I was looking for that pattern, I came across a dragon set of stackable rings, I guess. It's a set of rings that stack around a cone, and when it's completed, it's a dragon. It forms a dragon, and it's so cute. So right away I knew that I wanted to make that for him, but he was just a bit young for, you know, stackable things. But I feel like his first birthday would be the perfect time to do it. Let me actually show you the pattern so you have a bit of a better idea of what I'm talking about here. So this is the finished thing. It's absolutely adorable. So first off, the cone. It's memory foam, and this is kind of the base of the project. So that's what you build everything around. I got this as the base color, a nice light blue, and the yarn itself is a chenille. I believe they use this for all of their baby toys. They have loads of baby toy patterns. I went with polyester because I want to be able to throw this in the washing machine to clean it. It's baby toy after all. So yeah, that's the base color. This as an accent color. This is the Go Handmade Happy Chunky Fine chenille yarn. This is the color Jeans Blue, and this is the color Chai, I think? Yeah, Chai. Off-white, or like a creamy color for accents. I didn't buy safety eyes this time. I want this to be a toy that he can play with himself, so I'm just gonna embroider some eyes on. But yeah, now that I have my supplies, I think I can get started with this project, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really fun. It's been a while since I crocheted anything. Well, not that long actually, since Christmas. I haven't crocheted anything since Christmas. I've only been knitting, but I'm really excited to make this. I think it's going to be a fun project. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. Although maybe looking at the amount of yarn in front of me here, that is a little bit optimistic. It might take a while, but I still have plenty of time. I also, as I was showing you this, finally found the English version of the pattern, because last time I tried to download this pattern, it downloaded the Dutch version for me automatically. And not only do I not know the Dutch crochet terminology, it was also really poorly translated from Danish, I think. I started work on the stackable dragon yesterday. I have the beginnings of a cone, and I have come to realize that I don't much enjoy working with this chenille yarn. See, the problem is, as I'm working, the yarn gets twisted very quickly, and once it does, I can't continue working with it. I have to stop and unwind it, because if I work with it, if I crochet with it in its twisted state, I completely lose all definition in my work, and I don't know where to put my crochet hook anymore. It took a while before I realized what was happening and why I couldn't see at all what I was doing. But it's because of the twisting, and it happens so quickly. As a result, I'm just spending so much of my time unwinding yarn, which is not really what I want to be doing. I just want to crochet. So what I'll do is I'll hold up the work like this. There we go, and then I can keep going for a bit. So that is very annoying and time consuming. So yeah, progress is much slower than I hoped it would be. Luckily, as I mentioned, I still have plenty of time, so I should still be able to get this done before baby's birthday. I do think it looks really cute. I feel like this pattern looks a little bit like scales, and I really like the color as well, and it's super soft. I will keep you updated on how this goes. Before I sign off, I just wanted to show you the Minto sweater on, or what I currently have of it. I feel like it looks great. I think that if this relaxes a little bit, which it should, because, you know, cables always do relax a bit when blocking, then the size should be perfect. I sized down a little bit. I don't like my sweaters super oversized. I really like the length. I tried it on a few times before I stopped knitting just to make sure that it wasn't too short this time. Oh, speaking of, if you've been following along with my knitting for a bit longer, you may remember the wrap cardigan that I finished fairly recently. I decided that I am gonna frog it after all, at least a little bit. I'm gonna remove the ribbing, I'm gonna remove the band, and I'm gonna redo it, make it a little bit bigger, because I've worn it a few times now and I realized that I don't like to wear it because it's a little bit too short and a little bit too tight, and that is a shame because I put a lot of time and effort into it, not to mention a lot of yarn, and it is so beautiful and I want to wear it. So I'm gonna undo the ribbing, undo the double knitted band, continue with the increases. It's a wrap cardigan, so I can just make it bigger fairly easily. I'm gonna continue with the increases for a little bit, make that part a bit wider and a bit longer, and then redo the ribbing, redo the double knitted band, and then hopefully it'll fit me better. But I'm gonna put that off until I've finished this sweater and the stackable dragon toy, so we'll see when that happens. But that is where I'm gonna leave you for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am having so much fun sneaking in a bit of crafting whenever I can here and there in my life right now. Signing off, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an absolutely lovely weekend ahead of you, and I will see you next week.